Ooh, ooh, the Illuminati mad as hell. The Illuminati's mad as hell. Okay, so serious shit, real shit. This is Lucifer here, also known as Seth, spiritual and business consultant. Because what else would I do on Earth if I wasn't talking about business and spirituality, baby? Okay, so Illuminati is preparing to attack us tomorrow. So there's gonna be a lot of slandering tomorrow. All right, there's gonna be a lot of slandering tomorrow. Um, no biggie, no matter. They're gonna get what's coming to them. They don't understand what's going. They don't want to understand what's going on. That's their business. You're gonna have to figure out. You're gonna have to figure it out by yourself. You know what I mean? Like you want to fuck with demons. I don't know about you, but that's not the best thing to do in the fucking world. You should stay in your lane and relax. You already got hit hard this week. I mean, like two people died. And then one person died and one person got shot in the face. Um, you know, bless her soul. Unfortunately, you still fucking around. That's your business. You wanted to know. You wanted to know if the things that I was on was protecting me. You got your answer. You're still fucking around. So anyway, tomorrow they're preparing to attack. So watch out. They're gonna do a little bit of slanderism. It's already started. They're gaslighting, like a bunch of YouTube guys are trying to gaslighting people and all kinds of shit, right? But it don't matter. It don't matter. You gonna get what's coming. You want to talk about karma, but hey, me, I don't get shot at. Nobody shoots at me. I don't get beat up. I don't get shot at. So whatever the fuck your karma is talking about, I don't know. But me, from my standpoint, every time somebody try to do slanderism and all kinds of shit, they either lose their girlfriends, they lose friends, they get, they get STDs, they get shot at, they get beat up, all kinds of shit. So whatever, man. You still want to keep going? That's your business. You like getting fucked up? Go right on the head. But I'm telling you right now, this one right here, you gonna feel this one. You know what I mean? Because Lucifer's peed off, and you think it's a goddamn game. You think it's a game. Mind you, you might think that you're God, and you work with God and you work with angels and shit like that. But Lucifer lives in the same house you live in, so I don't know how you're gonna get away from the dude. But hey, have fun with all that shit, man. Um, so on the other hand, I just had a reply from a.koetting. I just had a reply from a.koetting, man. I just had a reply from a.koetting, dude. Fucking awesome. He said he likes my videos. What? I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure. I mean, you can guess, by the way somebody or by certain things that the person say in this video and some shit like that he might be listening to you, but you don't really know unless the person tells you, Um, I might be sure, but still, whatever. So a.koetting just replied to one of my videos, say he likes my videos. I'm like, yes. Yeah, yeah. And I told him that I got his back, and when all of my demons got his back. Lucifer is here for you, man. Like we all here, man. Even if you can't see us, we here, man. We are here, bro. We got a lot of. We're legion. We are legion, man. Like we're everywhere. So we are everywhere. So just use your voice, man. Like, don't be afraid to use your voice. Like I said before, you can bend darkness. You can bend light. You can bend light, but you can't bend darkness. So just use your voice, man. Don't be afraid to use your voice. We out here. We are here, man. We are here, man. And don't lose yourself either. Don't lose yourself either, man. Like don't lose yourself either, man. You're a powerful wizard, magician, sorcerer, whatever you want to call it, whatever you choose to call it, a god. You're a god, you're a powerful god, you're a powerful wizard. I'm a powerful god, I'm a powerful wizard too. But use your voice. Use your voice. Like I said before, like I commented, somebody else dropped a comment, and I told them like, we're good at using our heart and throat chakras, right? Because that's how a dragon breathes fire, right? Like the fire is generated, the plasma is generated from his bowels, and then it pumps out from the heart, because they have a lot of fire. Dragons have fire pumping into their heart, right? And that fire comes out through the throat. So like it's you know we build fire, we spit fire. So so don't be afraid to spit fire if you have to, man. Like even I'm sure he does that all the time. Like even even if you feel like you sound crazy. That well, he said it the other day actually in one of his videos. It said some shit like or was it in his last live chat? It was like sometimes I'm just sitting here talking to myself. I would be doing this, and that's another thing that made me feel like he was real because I do that too. I had the same conclusion because I would be doing this vibrational work anyway, right? I would be vibrationally working anyway. So instead of just me sitting here in God knows where I am, right? Part of my language, hell knows where I am, right? And just talking for ranting for 5 hours, then I might as well make YouTube videos instead of just ranting for and on in. And so that's fire breathing. You're a fire breather. You're a fire breathing dragon. That's what I do. I breathe fire. I'm a fucking dragon. Um, so don't worry, man. I mean, we can't always be like 100% accurate all the time. I don't know anyone that is. The Illuminati definitely is not 100% accurate. Obviously, So if the biggest world power in the world, right, is not 100% accurate, imagine for everybody else on the planet. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I mean, So anyway, nonetheless, you know, keep breathing fire. We got your back. If you need us, we're here for you. You got a lot of supporters. You got some DH Throne guys and Behemoth and all those people. So you have a lot of supporters. You have a lot of backing. You got me. You got Lucifer. Uh, you know, you got a lot of people behind you, man. Don't even worry about it. So yeah, man, I'm ecstatic. Cause the thing is, it's sad that it had to happen this way, and I didn't even want, I didn't necessarily want him to reply. I just wanted this vibration to go towards him. Like if he was like just sitting in front of his like 60, 75 inch TV, and watching my YouTube video talking, telling him that the darkness cannot be bent, that would have been fine for me for right now because I understand like there's a whole process here that's gonna be undertaken, especially after this shit right here, because we're not gonna let that slide. This ain't gonna slide. Um, to me it's just vibrational work. That was just vibrational work. I didn't expect him to reply, and the thing is, the other thing is, I want other magicians to reply to me. It's not necessarily a.koetting. Because I know a lot of magicians follow a.koetting. So I'm thinking like, okay, well, if I talk about a.koetting, some other guys are gonna be like, oh, this, and this, and this, and this, and that. The reason why that is because I just want you guys to know that there's a guy here. I'm gonna say a new guy on the playing field, but I'm not really new. You know, I'm not really new, and but still, I'm still a new guy, and I need validation, not in the way that I want people to like me. I need validation as I don't want to be a crook. I don't want to be a scam artist, and I want other people to know that okay, yeah, he's one of the real people that do real shit. You know, that's why I needed other magicians to look at my shit. You know, that's the only reason why, actually. Because this is new to me, kind of. Well, having this as a platform is new to me. Like me doing rituals, I do rituals for myself. I do vibrational work for myself. I never did rituals for other people. Well, not for other people, with other people. I've done rituals for other people because magic is always good when you're doing it for somebody else. By the way, um, it's a gift that keeps on giving. You know, so I have done things for other people. I have done other magical things for other people. Scientific things for other people. But I have done alchemy for other people. But to use it as a platform and to like have an audience watch something, that's this is new. This is new shit. This is new shit to me. So of course, and for all due respect, by the respect for people that was doing this before I was, you know, um, of course I'm going to alert everyone that I'm doing it, right? So that's what I'm doing. Some people might not take it that way. Of course, it's goddamn YouTube. Messages can be misconstrued, or I can have not say something in the way that the person wanted me to say it. So, of course, messages are going to be misconstrued and people are going to have different ideas. But the real reason why I'm announcing things is because I'm new, you know. That's it and that's all. It's because, I was talking, I went from Christianity towards what's it called again? Laws of attraction ish, kind of type of shit, scientific, metaphysic, mental physics. And then now I'm on the dark side, right? And I have to be on the dark side. It's part of the mental physics too. It's part of the metaphysics too. I have to reconnect with the dark side anyway because it's I spent too much time in the light and the light has not helped at all. The light didn't do shit for me. Like, like it didn't help at all, bro. I spent too much time in the light and it didn't help. So I have to, and the reason why I don't want to say that it's not the light's fault. I'm not gonna act like I don't have any resentment towards the light, but it's also because I spend too much time in the light. So that's not the light's fault that I spent all that time there in the first place. So it was just a normal process. It was a normal process, a normal deviation. So it's only right for me to like, respects try to show some respect, not because the way that I'm saying it as a little kid, like I'm a guy that doesn't know anything, right? Like I just want you, I did this and I did that. I just want you to tell me like what do you think and blah 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 blah. I'm not gonna start, blah blah. I know who I am. But that takes time to build a relationship with somebody. It takes time. I know who I am. The other people don't know who I am. There's a lot of people that don't know. There's a lot of people that do know who I am. I have some people that been watching me for a couple of years now, and they're like, your shit, shit is good. I've been recently. I've had a couple people tell me that shit, man. I've been listening since you ways back, and your shit makes sense. You know what I mean? You got a lot of knowledge. You got a lot of this. Da, 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 da. So, as I said before, the reason why I'm saying that is because I don't want people to think I'm just some. I just went crazy and just started to believe in hell because I feel like it. No, I believe in it because that's the dream that we're dreaming, and I have to respect the dream. Because the thing about laws of attraction is y'all don't respect the dream, and that's why they end up being Illuminati at the end, right? Because and it's normal for you not to respect the dream because all of this is bullshit. You know, angels are devils, devils are angels, all kinds of it's nonsense. It's convoluted, right? Like it's complete. It's too complicated to. It's complicated to understand, and everything is upside down. Everything is vice versa, right? Like that Pastor Troy song, you know. Um, but fuck Pastor Troy, because Pastor Troy is, you know, like the thing is, the thing about Pastor Troy and that song, vice versa, it's a rap song. If you never listened to it, go listen to it. Pastor Troy, vice versa, man. It's like it comes from early 2000s. And what I didn't understand is, I know that I used to know that song by heart because I was a teenager back then, right? And I used to be like so into hip hop, and that vice versa shit was kind of my shit. You know, I used to listen to DMX, and you know, talking about like killing people and shit, and you know, fucking corpses. You know, like that's the type of shit I listened to when I was, Helter Skelter, Jedi Mind Tricks and shit like that, Wu Tang Clan shit like that's the kind of shit I used to listen to. I used to listen to pop too, but I used to listen to some dark ass shit too. So, but I was mostly listening to pop. I always had a bigger light than the dark. You know, I was always more attracted towards the light, like a fly, than the darkness. I was kind of like taking my darkness for granted. I'm like, okay, whatever, I'm dark, who cares, But this looks kind of fun. I mean, like this. What is that ice cream that looks good? Let me taste it. Like what is that? A sundae? I've never had a sundae. Let me taste that too. Type of shit. But Pastor Troy, the thing is, I never understood. I thought I understood what he was saying, but I didn't really understand it. It's only now, actually, from listening to it, I understand it. And I understood some part of it. I understood a lot of part of it, but the thing I didn't understand is where was Pastor Troy? What was the stance of Pastor Troy in that song? Because he said heaven is hell and vice versa. Okay, but where does Pastor Troy is he in hell or is he in heaven? And if you listen to the song, he says it clearly, he's still with God. So that just goes to show you that the guy, he's part of the cabal. He's part of that whole, bullshit that they got going on over there. Because even though he knows that God is evil, he's still fucking with God. Anyway, it is what it is. So it's only now actually that I'm like, oh shit, this son of a bitch. This fucking bastard, Um yeah, man, Pastor Troy, go listen to that shit, man. It was influential to me when I was a kid. It was an influential song. Um so yeah, like you still have to respect, even though you have all your powers and you can manifest things and shit like that, you still have to respect the story, the original script. I don't want to respect the original script. I don't have a problem. Lucifer's cool to me, man. He's a cool dude. There's a lot of demons that are cool peoples. Like Clarnek. Clarnek's my guy, bro. You know what I mean? Clarnek is my dude. What the fuck? Clarnek is my dude, my guy. Like, I haven't got into Rofakale But I think Roof Kale's pretty cool too. I don't know. I'm not sure, but because they kind of like work together and shit. So I'm guessing like Roof Kale got to be some just as cool as Klondike is, man. So I just haven't gotten around to it, but I'm gonna get around to it soon. Don't worry, man. I'm very satisfied with Klondike, man. I can't wait to see. I can't wait to see Roof Kale, man. Um, But seriously, like Klondike is my dude, bro. Like, so I'm not trying to be disrespectful and be like, oh, fuck the gods and fuck the spirits. It's just, the gods want you to become a god, but the Illuminati wants you to be a slave. So you kind of, here I am stuck in the middle with you kind of shit. You know what I mean? Clowns to the left of me, clowns to the right, and here I am stuck in the middle with you. No fun, no puns intended, no offense, but it is kind of it is you kind of have that situation where you're getting berated by spirits, because you're not acting like a god, or you're not doing god things, or you don't look like a god and shit like that, so they're berating you for that shit. And then you got the fucking Illuminati trying to brainwash you and tell you, oh, you're not a god, or you're not this, or you're not that. And you're like, man, fuck out of here, man. If a god tells me I'm a god, I'm a goddamn god, man. Go fuck yourself with your stupid ass shit. You know what I mean? But they're still there, because they have that god power. They have the God power, the voice of God. They have the voice of God. They have technology, information. So if they want to berate you, they can berate you. You know what I mean? That doesn't mean that they're not gonna suffer an extreme consequence for doing that, but they're crazy. Like people want to be like, oh, demons are crazy. Demons aren't crazy. They're the most sane people ever. It's just that you don't understand that kind of sanity. You don't understand their principles. You don't understand how they perceive life. You know what I mean? But when you understand how they perceive it, you understand that these guys make more sense than these crazy religious zealots, bro. Like they're doing all kinds of shit. They're erratic. They're eating poop, doing weird sacrifices, sleeping with children and shit, and all kinds of shit. They're erratic. They make no sense. They make no sense. So they don't care about consequences. They're insane. They're out of their minds. So they don't care about the consequences. They're still gonna do stupid shit because they're stupid. They're insane. They're just erratic people. They're off their rockers, you know. And I'm not saying that to be disrespectful. It's just facts. It's just true, bro. Like they take drugs, they all kinds of shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and I'm not talking about like they take drugs recreationally, no, they take a lot of, like I said before in one of my videos, if you think you take drugs, go to California, go take some drugs with some Californians and tell me how you feel about your drug taking. You know what I mean, bro? Like, come back to me after a binge with some of these high society whatever people, they take a large amount of drugs, and massive amount of drugs, bro. Like it could kill you. Like, you know what I mean? Like you could die from taking that amount of drugs, and they take that shit on a regular basis. So, and trust me, it hurts my ego too when I say that, because I used to smoke all kinds of things, and I prided myself on being able to smoke all kinds of things. But in actuality, at the end of the day, I know that I can't smoke with Snoop Dogg. I got to stay in my lane. You know what I mean? I can't be smoking with no Snoop Dogg. I got to stay in my lane, man. That shit, I'll knock my ass out. We just don't do shit like that. There's some people that's not gonna stop them from trying. Sorry for the name drop. There's some people that's not gonna stop them from trying. But let's be real. This is not about name dropping. That I'm just this is just an example. Um, you know, Those people are different. They have a different mentality. They're not who you think they are. They're not. You know, they're just not. You know, uh, like if you think Asmodeus, Asmodeus would be somebody. If a Christian says, like, let's say a born again Christian falls on my video and says, and he listens to one of my video and he's like, and I'm like saying like, oh, Asmodeus is a disciplined kind of dude, and then this Christian kind of believes in me and he's like, you know what, I'm gonna try what the fuck he's saying. I want to see if that shit's true, man. And he goes and calls up Asmodeus the way he's supposed to call him up. He's gonna, unless he has a high level of understanding, that person's gonna think that I was bullshitting him, man. He's gonna be like, you know, this person's gonna think I was straight up bullshitting him. Because the thing about Asmodeus is, he's one of the most disciplined people in the realm, right? And is the most militant in the realm, right? Um, he's the brute force specialist, right, as they call him. And the thing is, the Christian is gonna wake up the next day and he's gonna be like, people are gonna talk to him. He's gonna be super angry. He's gonna be like super mad and shit, like, right. And if this person doesn't have the understanding to know that he's not just angry. He's not just possessed, though, because you watch movies and there's certain Christians. There's a lot of people. It's not just in movies, in real life too. There's some people that can't handle shit like that. They can't handle being possessed. They can't handle channeling, and there's a difference between being possessed and channeling. Because what you're doing, if you wake up one morning and you're angry at everybody after you've done a ritual with Asmodeus, you're channeling him. You're not possessed, not yet, anyway. you know, not yet anyway, bro. Because possession is like the entity took over your body and now you're not you, you are him. That's a possession. Channeling, you just have the energy, like you have his imprint on you. So if you wake up in the morning and you're like angry at everybody and shit like that, but the thing is, you didn't realize that you were right to be angry at all those people that you was angry at, because Asmodeus is not gonna be just not gonna start screaming at people that don't just you know what I mean, like he's not gonna just randomly start. If you're angry at this person, it's because this person is doing you wrong. This person has something against you. That's why you angry at this motherfucker right now. That's why you unleashed hell on that nigga. Shit, I did it to my family just the other day. I didn't do it on purpose. Man, the shit was fucked up. I went to the house. I was, cleaning up a little bit, man. I was using those little gray thing, those gray thing, and then it has like soap in it. And I was washing the ceiling with some grease. I was washing the ceiling. And I started washing the ceiling. There was a horn head. It was in the shape of a horn head and shit, and everybody acted like they didn't see the shit, bro. It's on the fucking ceiling. I didn't do that on purpose, because while I was doing that, I was berating somebody else at the same time. And I wasn't wrong for berating the person, because the person keep doing bad shit. You know what I mean? And I was berating this person like crazy, and then I stopped washing, and when I stopped washing, I looked at it and I left it there too, just to see what was gonna be their reaction and shit. If they was gonna be like, man, this nigga needs some Jesus Christ juice. Ain't nobody said shit, and the way that I berated the person, I wasn't angry at myself, because sometimes when you're angry at somebody, it's because you're angry at yourself too. You know what I mean? Like you feel like you kind of feel, you have this thing where you're kind of like, if this person is doing this stupid shit to me, it's because of me. So you're angry at the person, but at the same time you're angry at yourself. So you feel bad after getting angry at the person. That's why you say, "Oh, I'm sorry," blah blah blah, blah bullshit, you know. But if you're not trained in that sort of thing, and you just believe in Jesus and whatever the Bible tells you, and you never read a science book, and you never read some metaphysics books, and you never read none of that shit, because all that shit is devil worship and all that crap, then if you call this modus, if you watch one of my videos and you call this modus, that shit's gonna happen to you. You're gonna be fucking angry, and your libido is gonna be way high. So you're probably gonna end up wanking off for a whole goddamn week, and you don't know why. You know what I mean, bro? You know, like you're gonna feel like you're a demon. You're gonna feel possessed by a demon, bro. But the thing is, Asmodeus, the thing that Asmodeus does is he teaches you moderation. Not only moderation, but he teaches you that there is no guilt into pleasure. There's no guilt in pleasure, and there's no guilt into being mad for the right reasons. Unlike what most humans do on a consistent basis, right? So that's, I was, when I called this modus, I was actually feeling how a God feels, and I have to say it feels good. It feels good. It feels good to feel like a god, bro. It feels good, man. Like I know how, because I was channeling him. So he showed me how he feels, and he showed me how he handles people, right? And he doesn't do it out of hate. Yes, he's angry, and yes, he's gonna berate you, and yes, he's gonna spit fire. His face is gonna change, all kinds of shit. He's gonna break the walls, all kinds of shit. But he's not in hate of you. He doesn't hate you. You know, there's no hate there. There's no, everything is calculated. He's not crazy. He's not stupid. When he's going to be angry at you, he's going to tell you all the shit that he has to say. He's not going to say it in a way that you're not going to understand. It's just going to be blah, 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 blah. You're not going to explode like a volcano. And, you know, and there's just weird words that come out and you can barely make any sense of it. No, you're going to understand very clearly. And he's going to make you understand very clearly why he's mad and what are you doing wrong. But like I said before, if a random run-of-the-mill Christian comes around and he does a ritual out of Asmodeus, and Asmodeus actually says, you know what? I kind of like you. I'm going to show you. That might scare the ever living goddamn daylights, you know, out of somebody, bro. And then what happens? And then you get, you know, you get a.koetting is evil, or Lucifer, this guy named Lucifer is evil, and they need to be taken down off of YouTube, and blah 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 blah, which is a load of shit, which is a load of bull crap. So, you know, you can't, all this to say, of course, you know, people might be, you know, thinking that we're crazy and shit like that and blah, blah, blah. But, you know, now we're not. And all that to say that, you know, I respect, this is why I have to respect the original script. I got sidetracked there. That's why I have to respect the original script too. You know, I don't have a choice. I have to go back to square one, bro. That's square one. It is. It's square one. I have to go back to square one, bro. And you know, and because we can't, we still have, there's a spiritual war going on, and because of this spiritual war going on, because of the Illuminati, we are unable to use our full potential. And I know a lot of people is gonna be listening to my video and hear me say some shit like that and be like, man, you tripping and shit like that, man. You tripping. Nah, nigga, you fucking tripping. You're the one that's fucking tripping. I'm not tripping. You're the one that's fucking tripping because you know that, and there's a lot of people that are tripping, bro. Like a lot of people, you know, a lot of people. Just because they really think that the Illuminati there is not as bad as it looks. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's worse than you think. It's not as bad as it looks. It's worse than you think. There's some motherfuckers out here that be like, man, you too sensitive, man. It's just, you know, they're just fucking. It's just the penis, it's just the vagina. Nah, nigga. Nothing is just that. Even the flower on the ground is not just a flower on the ground. A piece of garbage on the ground is not just a piece of garbage on the ground. Maybe that garbage, you know, that piece of garbage, if it has a mouth and eyes to speak, maybe the person that threw it there had the wildest fucking adventure in the goddamn universe, and that little piece of garbage just ended there. You know what I mean? So you're looking at a piece of garbage that just went through a whole bunch of fucking scenarios and shit. So that little piece of garbage had a more exciting day than you did. And it's just a piece of paper. It's just garbage on the side of the road. But you don't know where it comes from. You know what I mean? You don't know how it ended up there, you know? So shit is worse than it looks. I mean, it's just a penis. Some people like it's just a penis, just vagina, blah 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 blah. No, nigga, that's not That's not how it works. I mean, that's because you're just tripping. It's just not how it works. It's just not. And they remove, and since you have such a low self esteem, because the Illuminati did a good job of destroying your self esteem and destroying your self worth and self value, so did your parents, and so did some of your friends, some of your so-called friends, because some of us actually have good friends that don't destroy our self-esteem or our self-worth, but some of us actually make friends with people that do destroy our self-worth and do destroy our self-esteem. So now you have three people, personally and impersonally, that are destroying, that are collectively destroying your personality, collectively destroying your character, collectively destroying any sort of potentiality of you reaching a higher state of existence, which means becoming a god. It's like when a dog owner, let's say you have like pit bull fighters, man. The dog owner has to hump. They have to hump the dog to show their dominance. It's the same thing. It's about dominance. It's about dominance, bro. It's about dominance. And once you dominate the person, this person now knows his place. This person now knows his place. So now there's no oh, the dog ain't gonna be thinking, oh, I'm a god dog. You know what I mean, bro? Like there's no that's not gonna happen. He's not gonna be thinking that he's a god dog. He's gonna be thinking I'm just a pit fighter, and that's what I do. If I die in the pit, I die in the pit. If I don't die in the pit, I don't die in the pit. And the guy that dominated the dog is racking up all the cash. That's the same thing that the Illuminati is doing with society. They're fucking us, and they rack up the money, and we sitting there. Oh, we just society. That's all we are. We're just people. So you got a lot of black folks out here that be walking around and feel like they have some form of confidence, but it's unconfident confidence, right? I know it's weird, but it is. It's confidence that comes out of regret and failure and resentment. Because these black folks that believe in 7-star gods and nagas and all that shit, right? Well, some of them believe in that shit, but some of them don't, right? Because a lot of people got snake gods misconstrued. A lot of people think snake gods are evil for some fucking reason. Serpent, not snakes. serpent gods are evil for some fucking reason. I don't know what it is. You know, they blaming us. They blame people like me. They blame people like me. They blame Luciferians. They blame Jews. They blame white people. They blame everybody. Blame everybody. They blame everybody, but the only people they are not gonna blame is the Illuminati, because the Illuminati is getting their asses out of the ghetto, more or less, technically. And that's a lie too, because some of the guys, some of these rappers, the rappers that make the more money, shit rolls downhill. 21 Savage, 21 Savage is his dad was a doctor, and he's not even from the States, he's from London. So this nigga was actually, when I keep telling you guys that y'all motherfuckers, your best rapper probably dudes that be sipping tea and eating crumpets and speak proper English like this. Y'all think it was a joke. Well, 21 Savage, 21 Savage is one of them guys. And look at what 21 Savage did. He's the king of all these savage young little rappers that keep doing drill music and all that shit, right? He's the king of those people, right? Metro Boomin and 21 Savage. Shit rolls downhill. Ain't nobody, and none of these kids bigger than 21 Savage. So that means none of these kids got more money than 21 Savage. As much money as they want to show in their videos and shit like that, right? He's the king of these guys. Shit rolls downhill. So it's not somebody from the actual ghetto that had an opportunity to have all that money. You're just being controlled, and you're being moved into a revolving door. Because at the end of the day, Mr. 21 Savage is the only one with actual real power. If you want to call that power. And all you other guys are just going through a revolving door. You're collecting small checks. So the money never even leaves. The money never even leaves the society. The money never even leaves the society. It just looks like it does. Because the guy looks like us. You're getting fooled. You're getting scammed. Oh, well, it's $100,000 and $300,000. It's $100,000 you're gonna lose. You have to pay everybody. You're gonna be broke. You know what I mean? Oh, well, we can do it independent, maybe. Not really. You can't do it independent. I mean, yeah, well, you could. You know, Hobson did it. Hobson was straight up independent. Hobson did it. He did it. He did it. Capital Steez did it. Hobson taught like the Illuminati was a game, because he used to believe in God. He used to believe in God and shit. You know, even though he was very inclined with his dark side, he used to believe in God. And he should be more inclined to the dark side, because he's obviously a demon and not an angel. And you know, but poor guy, he's by himself over there, man. So Hobson decided, he was like, you know, fuck all these people. You know, Hobson was a cool dude. Hobson was kind of like, you know, I got an umbrella, man. Come join me, bro. I'll protect you and shit. I'm good too, man. I'm an indigo and shit and all that kind of shit. I got all the protection and shit and blah blah. I got all the technology and shit. You know, everybody felt like that, man. Everybody felt, all the prophets at some point felt that way, right? Until God started to slowly and surely disappoint us. you know you know, slowly but surely disappointing us and shit, right? And I was trying to reach out to Hobson, man. I was trying to vibrationally work out with him, and because a lot of the biggest mistake that people make is that people think like the Illuminati can't get them in another country. Like everybody that all the prophets think that if they move from where they are, everything's gonna be fine. You know, Hobson did that shit. Hobson met a beautiful Australian girl, and he said, you know what, I'm going to Australia, I'm gonna go marry that girl and shit like that, man. They fucked that shit up, bro. He came back from Australia. Shit, he's never been the same since then, bro. And he don't deserve that shit. Hobson is a great guy. He doesn't deserve shit like that, man. Because he was fighting the battle. He was fighting them inside of the thing they were doing. And he did it. He was independent. He actually made it. But it's hard work, and you have to, you have to be real about your shit. And you have to create a movement. It's not just, making albums and making songs. No, you have to create the movement, because a lot of people believe in some other shit. So now you got to make people believe in your shit in order for your shit to work. That's crazy. That's a lot of work. You got to really want it. You got to really fucking want it. And you have to be somewhere where people are receptive too. Because if you just live anywhere and shit and everything you try to do, everything people just hate on everything you do, fuck out of here, nigga. Move. Go somewhere where they're gonna accept the shit that you're trying to make. That's why business people are always migrating. They're always looking for people that are down with the shit, that are down with the movement. You don't stay in places where people are not trying to progress. There's some places like the place where I am right now. People want to be part of the Illuminati. They don't want to progress, and the Illuminati lives all over the fucking street. They fucking rule this fucking place, bro. They let these motherfuckers walk right the fuck in. No, they didn't even put up a fight. Nothing. They live all over the place here. It's disgusting. Repugnant. I've never seen that before in my life, especially for a black area. I've never seen that. You just let those motherfuckers just walk up in here. It's fucked up. Fucked up. I can't stay here. I'm not staying here. There's a lot of people that want me to stay here. I ain't staying here, bro. You can't work. You scared of working? You scared of creating a movement? You scared of putting some work in? I can't stay with you. I'm gonna die here. I'm gonna die broken alone. Just can't do it. You know, it's bad. So yes, it's as bad as you think. It's worse than you think. That's what I wanted to say. It's worse than you think. Hobson's a good dude. They did that shit to Hobson. They did, you know, Hobson wanted to go to Australia. He came back. Dave Chappelle went to Africa. He came back. Mos Def went to Jamaica. He came back. Because y'all niggas ain't listening when we talking to you, man. Y'all think because, oh man, I come from Brooklyn, or I come from, this and that. My friends were Preem and the Real 50 and all that shit. Yeah, that's all good, but now you're in a different ball game, man. You know what I mean, bro? Like, now you in a different ball game, bro. This is very different shit. You know what I mean? Fucking with the Illuminati and shit like that and blah, blah, blah. That's different. That's not the same thing. It's not the same thing. The Illuminati used to control some of these guys anyway. You like, look at Freeway Ricky, right? They got Freeway Ricky, man. This nigga was a tennis teacher. He was a tennis teacher, man. And he became the biggest coke dealer in almost history. Almost. Apart from what's his name? The narco guy, Pablo Escobar, yeah. And I mean, Freeway Ricky knew Pablo Escobar, bro. They knew him. He knew him. Shit, I think that's where he bought his fucking drugs from anyway. It was from Pablo. You know what I mean? You know? So it's a different ball game. It's just different shit. So you can't just, a bunch of people that been dealing Because I've been dealing with the Illuminati before these guys started being like taking this whole Illuminati shit for real. And I mean no disrespect when I say that. I mean no disrespect when I say that, because I seen your body of work. Like if you listen to Mos Def, you know, his body of work was amazing. You know, he has a good body of work. Like The Roots, you know, Hobson's body of work is pretty good too, actually. You know, The Roots, Mos Def, you know, Ferris Munch and all those guys, Gangstar and shit like that. I respect the music they were making. But when you start wanting to become like more and be like, man, I got power and I got, you know, influence, I should do it, I should use it to do good things. You know, that was God talking to you in your ear because now you're important. Because God only fucks with people that are rich, right? So, you know, that was God, fucking your shit up. You know, directing you in the wrong path. He did that shit to me too. Directing me in the wrong path. Then you telling you all sorts of nonsense and shit and be like, oh, you gotta do what's right and shit and blah 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 bullshit. Then you have to change country. You end up changing country and you end up finding out, oh, these motherfuckers are here too. God fucking damn it. And now everybody goes back home because there's no difference. You know what I mean? Yeah. Hello, Modus. You know. So, you know, I mean no disrespect when I say that, but so that's why I was kind of trying to warn these guys to not do that shit. Don't go to Australia. I would go to Australia too. Australia's a great place. There's nothing wrong with Australia, but people like us have a job to do. While everybody else can go travel the world and fly planes and shit like that and ride around in souped up Mercedes and shit like that, we gotta fight these sons of bitches. Because to us, we are a threat. So they're not gonna just forget about you and then get bit in the ass while they're not looking by you. They know that you're a threat. They already know you're a threat. So they're not just gonna let you just walk out here all willy-nilly. You have to fight the way you know how to fight. You have to do the things that you know you have to do. And you don't have to martyr yourself like Kanye West tried to do 100 billion times. You know, he's looking for attention. I love Kanye West, don't get me wrong. He's a cool guy. But he's looking for attention a little bit. You know what I mean? He didn't have to do all that. That's unnecessary. It's unnecessary. It's completely unnecessary. That's not how you fight the evil of the world. That's not how you do it. You don't martyr yourself. We don't make martyrs here. That's God. God likes martyrs because he doesn't give a shit about you. We don't make martyrs. We make gods. We make people that don't die. We make people that we don't make people that die. We make people that kill people. That's what. You know what I mean, bro? Like that's what we do. We don't make people that die. We make people that kill people. That's what we do. God damn it! I'm kidding. It's a joke. But you understand what I'm saying? You know the heart of it. You know, we don't make martyrs. It's not what we do. So um, shit. You right. This video is too damn long. Even though I'm kind of feeling it. I've got an energy right now, son. I got an energy on me right now, son. Anyway, I'm kind of feeling it. It's probably because of that EA. Because EA replied, yeah, I'm so, that's so cool, man. a.koetting fucking replied on my shit. Damn, I'm going up in the world. God damn it. I'll see you guys later, man. Peace out. Don't forget to subscribe.